So the Twitch CEO is demonstrating a new TikTok-like feature for clips,
You want to
and he's using his phone and his own account to do it. And what we notice is that while it is stuff that's happening on Twitch, there's not a lot of games going on, and all the content creators that he likes seem to have something in common. I can't really say what that is. But yeah, it's a similarity between all of them. And unfortunately, there's no VTubers, right? It's just how do they call them? E-girls, right? The internet lost their mind. Like, this has 6.6 million views. My favorite thing is like people calling him a freak. It's like, I understand that he is a guy with white hair who likes young adult women, but the key emphasis is on adult. He's got like that George Soros vibe, if you will. So no, I don't think it's freaky for men to like young adult women. However, it is revealing on the direction that Twitch has gone, right? From a gaming platform to a platform that seems to advantage the type of internet personalities that the Twitch CEO is going through. Because we all know that if you're a guy and you do something bad, it's usually one strike you're out, unless you're like really famous. Well, there have been ladies that accidentally show the clam on stream or show the nipple or something, and they get a slap on the wrist, and then they come back. Or there are ladies that literally paint their tits on stream, and they call that artistic. But if you draw a hentai girl, then well, obviously, verboten. Nine. So, given the recent revelations about the Twitch CEO, it does explain a lot. It seems that he is into this. Is that fair or not? I don't know, but I do think that the Twitch OnlyFans pipeline is a lot more explainable now. And it's also possible that some of these ladies wanted to be made comfortable, right? So, like, comfortable means less competition, which is why a lot of features were done in order to accommodate them. Like, here's the main problem with Twitch, by the way. The main problem with Twitch is that it wants to promote itself as a family-friendly platform. Like, it wants Lil Billy to go there and watch. And you guys know that I'm not the type of person that has a problem with sexuality. But I do think that there should be some standards. Like, for example, age gating, right? So, like, it should have, like, the 18 thing. And, like, click here if you're over 18. I think, to be honest, that is enough. Like, I don't think, like, people should show a government ID in order to access the internet. Like, I don't like the Chinese facial recognition because I do believe people should have parents and parenting. And, in fact, if possible, if it was up to me, no person under the age of 18 should even use the internet. But, again, we do have the issue with, like, how do you prove? Oh, you need to show ID, and I don't like that. But, regarding Twitch, yeah, like, if it wants to be the lewd platform, it should literally just have a not safe for work section where you age gate people, and then you have like another section which is for normal stuff. I don't know why they don't do it. I genuinely do not know. I mean, they are going in that direction, but I guess like they want to be on the gray area where we're all supposed to pretend that it's about video games, and we're all supposed to pretend that this is just how women dress in their free time. This is how women stay in their bedroom with tons of makeup, with the camera pointing towards their cleavage. And if you think that this is anything besides video game, you're a misogynistic pig, and you should be censored because you're creating an unsafe space. And the reason that this is disgusting is because it's disingenuous. It forces people to lie. It forces people to lie to themselves and to others. And of course, the video game journalists were on board with this. Like, I remember when this started, you literally had tiny squares of gameplay footage, like some League of Legends, and it was like in the corner of the screen, and obviously like the rest of the screen was with the lady with big tits out and the camera on the cleavage. But then I even found out that that little square that was there wasn't even live. Like, it was a recording. Like, the lady didn't even play herself, right? And again, like, if you said it's like, this is not a streamer, this is obviously, like, it's painfully obvious what she's doing, you'd be accused of misogyny. Now people are more honest about themselves, and I noticed that a lot of these girls actually did learn to play video games. The reason that I personally liked VTubers when they came out is that they did karaoke, they did sing and dance, they would do all these art competitions. Like, they actually had some talent and personality in order to drive it forward, but like, you're looking at some of these girls on Twitch and all they do is just like, they sit there and they say 2 words and they read super chats and it's boring as hell, but we all know why they're popular. And this Twitch CEO definitely does have their back. It's so bizarre, isn't it? Like, again, it's a gaming platform, right? Like, it was supposed to be the place where you stream video games. And the CEO of that doesn't have a single gamer on his phone. Not a single person that's a man on his phone. Interesting how that works. Like, again, if you're a CEO of a company and on your phone you'd only have men, like, they would say that's sexism. They would say, like, well, where are the women? Why don't you support it? But, yeah, people are actually reacting like that. This is why it's got 6.6 million views. Like, a lot of people are saying it's like, this video explains so much about the direction that Twitch has. A lot of people call it gooning. This is freaky. Like, no, there is nothing freaky in the George Soros motif, right? Like, as long as the woman is an adult, I wouldn't say it's freaky. Still, I mean, you would get the stink eye if you do it in my country, right? Like, there is this thing where, I think, like, 10 years of age difference is acceptable, but when you start going more than that, it becomes a little bit bizarre. But it's not something that would ostracize you from polite society. It would be something like you get the stink eye. And by the way, the woman would be the one that's judged. Because she would be considered like, come on, you obviously don't like this old man, and you're in it for the wealth. Right? But that is the moral in my society. I guess, like, in other societies, it's different. Yeah, actually, no. The more I think about it, yeah, like, there are many cases, especially, like, public personalities, where the man is old, like, he's got a white hair, and he's dating, like, this young girl. Usually age 20, 22, right? But there's a huge age difference between them, like 30 or 40 years. And everybody knows why she's dating him. It's like, literally, you couldn't find any man within your age bracket. Like, you gotta go for grandpa. And the reason they're doing it is because financial. But again, like, society is looking at the girl, because they're not, like, they understand what the guy is doing. Right? They get why George Soros is marrying these young women. As long as they're adults, like, that's not a problem. But, like, they do understand it. They just don't, they look at the girl and they're like, really, like, come on. Yeah, I mean, there's people that are trying to suggest that he's a pedo. It's like, no, stop watering down the word. That means prepubescent. Like, these women are adults. Just because there's an age difference doesn't mean that, like, honestly, if everyone gets the accusation now just because you're dating younger women, you're watering down the word. Because, like, when I hear someone is accused of that, the last thing that I want to know, so, like, did he diddle kids, or is he dating, like, women that are 20 years old and he's, right? Like, I don't want to ask that fucking question. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.